Hi guys, it's Sandy with Crafty Stamp Co. And today I have got the new November Crafty Crew Kit. It is coming out, or it will start shipping on November 5th, but the pre-order window is October 1st through the 15th. If you don't get your pre-orders in that time period, the stamps and everything will be probably 6 months to a year out. So you might want, if you love anything in this set, you might want to get that order in. Pricing for this set there's two different kit levels. So there's the non-subscription, which is 15% discount off of the retail price, shipping included. So that one's $54.99. For subscribers, which is a bi-monthly subscription, you'll get 35% discount off retail prices, shipping included. There will be an additional embellishment included and a 10% discount code for non-subscription orders. And that one runs $45.99. So I've already taken mine out of the plastic mailer that it came in. And as you can see, we have a little sneak peek right there. And we're going to go ahead and start unwrapping it. So as you can see, it's going to come in a brown tissue paper. And it's kind of cute because it's got a little sticker on it. I'm trying to get this off without ripping it, but I don't think I'm going to be very successful at that. All right, what do we got here? So we've got this great little pouch, which is nice because you can keep everything in there for this set, or you can use it for other items. I love these pouches. Get this pulled out here. All right, let me peel this off. The washi tape helps me keep everything in the frame for the camera. All right, so first things first, you've got your little thank you card, little postcard. There's an announcement of an annual virtual retreat, which is going to be happening July 23rd through 26th in 2026. This is the embellishment. This is what comes with a subscriber, the bi-monthly subscription. And this is some really great little gingham ribbon, which, I don't know, I think gingham just screams fall, especially this orange color. I love it. It's on a cute little, looks like a little wood spindle. And then our first set is Little Miss Meadow. Let's get this open so we can see what we have. This is Fall Weather Meadow. And she's adorable. Let me see if I can find a piece of white paper to put behind her so we can see it just a little bit better. Sorry about that. All right. We've got Meadow in her little leggings. She's got her little fluffy socks on and her little sweater. Adorable little hair with her little two little buns at the top and some ribbons. I've got some books here and an open book here. And these have been drawn. The books have been drawn so that it's proportionate and will fit perfectly in front of Meadow. Also, with her little cup, on the sides we've got the marshmallows, the whipped cream, and kind of some chocolate or coffee spilling over. And those have been drawn also to fit perfectly in that cup. So you have, a variety of ways to do her. You can just leave her with her cup alone, or you can add the little treats in it. There's also a couple of leaves, which kind of really work well with this fall theme. The sentiments are happiness is a hot mug on a chilly day. And then this one is just all kinds of things that you kind of relate fall to. So we've got fuzzy socks, sweaters, bonfires, fall leaves, scarves, hot chocolate, cuddling, pumpkins, tea, good books, hoodies, crisp air, big mugs, and late nights. Adorable. All right. Next is Mallow Marsha, which is really cute because she's a marshmallow. Adorable. So we have got her next to a crate of apples with a cute little acorn. I've got a Marsha with a big pumpkin mug with maybe some whip on top. She's here pulling a wagon full of gourds and pumpkins. Adorable. And then we've got Marsha drinking a latte. So the sentiments that come with this are fall cozy mugs and marshmallow hugs. Cute. Toasty hugs. All you need is love and marshmallows. True. You're fluffin' fantabulous, or fabulous. So you're fluffing fabulous. And mallow vibes only. So these are the two sets that are included in the kit. Now, the paper, which looks like it's just going to be stunning. This is fall weather paper. So it is going to come with the great little storage pouch, which I love these for the extra scraps if you don't use the full piece of paper on a 6x6, which I very rarely do. There are 4 each of 12 designs. So this one's just gorgeous. I love the colors, love the colors. So this is some beautiful pumpkins. I love the oranges and the creams. And then this berries, I think they're berries. They're kind of a dusty blue, beautiful. And on the back side is a sweater print, which is adorable. Just really pretty color. Those two go so well together. So that's the first one. Second one is just kind of a fuzzy looking. To me, it looks like one of those really yummy plush blankets. So on that side, and it's the same blue as on the pumpkins. The back side, this one is my favorite. So it's the little coffee cup with one of the fancy little cream hearts drawn in it. And I love getting those when I go out for coffee, but then I hate drinking it because then I'm going to destroy the heart. But anyway, this is adorable. I think this one might be my favorite. We'll see. Let's go further down the stack. All right, and now we've got another sweater design here, and it's in a really beautiful rust color. Oh, I love it. It's so vivid. And I love the paper too. It's got a nice shiny glimmer, or nice shiny shine to it. And then we have some more of what I'm going to call fuzzy blanket. That one's also in rust. Adorable. And as you can see, it really blends super well with, let me grab them here. Look at how pretty that looks. Ugh, beautiful. And then this one also. Look at how different those, there's not the bright, vivid oranges on this one. So it kind of just changes the whole look of that rust. At least it does for me. I don't know if I'm capturing that on the camera, but ooh, pretty. All right, moving along. Spend all day talking about the paper. Look at these trees. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. This just screams fall. And then on the back side, we have a gold sweater print. Love it. It's really pretty. So bright and vivid. That looks so pretty with the trees. And then, oh, look, if you add that in there. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, these colors are just amazing. But I love bright anyway, so that's kind of my kryptonite. So we got the trees with the sweater print on the back. I've got some more fuzzy blanket. This is in the golden yellow. And on the back side, oh, look at this. Oh, pumpkins and books. Doesn't that just remind you of a great fall day? You're just, it's just cold outside and you just want to sit there with a blanket and a book and maybe a cup of tea. Oh, so that looks really good with it. I like that. I love this. Look at that. Look at how this red makes all those colors pop. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, so that's the pumpkins with the book with the fuzzy blanket on the back. And our last one here is kind of a neutral sweater print. And on the back of that is fuzzy blanket in the same color. Very, very pretty. Let me see what that looks like. I think that would look really good. Ooh, look at that. Look at how pretty those are. Oh, it's going to be hard to just pick just one. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. Okay. Moving right along. I put all my paper in here, but it's destroyed to the side here. And last but not least, a stencil. And the stencil is just like the little sweater print. In fact, I'll take it out of the package, but I'm going to leave it on the card because so you can see it a little bit better. Look at that. Ugh, beautiful. This is a 6x6 stencil, and I love it because I love the design, but using a stencil gives you all kinds of other color combinations. So as a recap, we've got the stencil, we've got the paper, which there's 24 pieces in this. 24 pieces, so you're gonna get 4 each of 12 designs, which is perfect. We've got Marcia, Mellow, Darling, oops, like that. And we have, come on, Meadow, fun. All right, well, now that we have all these fun goodies, let's get started making something. Okay, I have my Meadow stamped and cut out, and I am going to start with her hair. I am using Copic markers, and I like to use Express It blending card when I do Copic coloring. For me, I've used it for years, and it just works the best for me as far as blending. It's a little bit pricey, so I save absolutely every little teeny scrap piece I have because something will fit on somewhere. I'm going to use Copic colors E50, E51, E53, and then go to E33. And when I color, I like to put in a full base color of my very lightest color. That just helps me with blending. And then I move through the colors. So I usually go lightest up to the darkest. And then a lot of times I will go back with my lightest and just cover over everything and give it one final blending, and that kind of just deepens that shade. When I'm coloring large areas like this one, I like to break it down into sections. So I started with the middle section of her hair, and then I will move to the left side, the right side, and then hit both of those cute little buns. And again, I'm using the same colors. Next, we're going to work on the skin. So we're going to start with her little face and her little hands. And I am using 4 different colors of Copic markers. My base is E000. Then I'll do a little bit of shading with E00. Shade a little bit more with E11, and I keep that color towards her hairline. and a little bit around her eyes and at the bottom of her eyes. And then I come back in with a little bit of E93, which is kind of a blushy color, and just add a little bit of blush to the sides of her cheeks. I don't go all crazy with it, though. I don't want her face to be too red. I also use the E93 to color in her cute little lips. Next, I'm going to color her little socks and her little hair ribbons. And I tried to find a good blend of greenish colors that kind of worked well with my pattern paper. And so the Copa colors that I'm using for this are BG72, BG75, and BG78. Her little leggings are E08, E09, and E19. And I do decide when I'm almost done coloring her that I want the coffee mug to also be those same colors. I just think it kind of balances out the rust on this along with the pattern paper. Next, I'm going to color her sweater, and I wanted to get the blue of her sweater as close to that blue in the pattern paper as possible. So I'm using BV23, BV34, and BV25. And then I found once I was done, it was still a little bit too blue. So I went over the entire sweater with C3 just to kind of tone it down just a little bit. To finish up my card, or at least my card front, I cut a piece of it's a creamy color cardstock at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I went to my stash and I dug out some of my ovals that are kind of stacked in sizes. And I used my largest oval die, cut out my pattern paper, and then I went down one size and cut out the little sweater print. And then I'm just going to glue those 3 layers together and then place Little Miss Meadow in the center. I decided not to put a sentiment on the front of the card. I thought this would be just a perfect all occasion card or a note card, so I didn't want to connect any type of theme or anything with it. I just thought it would just be a nice, nice little note card. And that pretty much completes our project. Just to recap, pre-orders for this kit, for the November Crafty Crew Kit, runs from October 1st through October 15th. Make sure you get your pre-order in because these particular stamps and papers will probably not be available for at least 6 months to a year. So, thank you so much for stopping by. I've got a link to Crafty Stamp Co. At the bottom of this post. And I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.